What's going on, guys? GT500. I know you guys all want the build update. We got her outside for you. Took a lot of work. That spool is a lot of fun to push. Had to maneuver it out of there. So you guys want to know what is going on with this car? Well, let's take a look under the hood. There's a whole lot of nothing, except billet goodness. This right here is a Shelby Mike air to water billet manifold. These things go for a pretty penny, but that's because it's all billet. That's just a big block of billet that this was cut out. Shelby Mike, huge shout out to him. The idea with this is obviously that's gonna go right there in the center, and we're gonna allow us to use our ice tank setup, our factory air to water setup. We don't have to run an air to air intercooler, so it makes turbos really easy. So what is going on with this car? I know I've gotten a lot of questions, and it's really quite simple. There's some serious parts delays. We sold the cams to a subscriber, Howard. He has them in his car. The reason why we sold the cams is because the lower cams and the turbo setup that I want to do with this car, it's different. So we sold the Whipple, we sold the long tubes, and we're going full twin turbo kit. I have a few different ideas on the turbo kit, and I think I worked out who is going to end up doing them. And I think there's going to be a pretty good interest in these kits, so I'm going to try to have them hopefully develop these kits as a jig setup. So they'll do an air to water setup like this, and then they'll also do an air to air with a front mount intercooler. You know, you kind of want the best of both worlds, and I want to basically set it up to where it's both on. Everything's going to take a long time. The cams have a really long back order from Comp. If anyone out there works at Comp and you can help push my order through, I'll appreciate it. But Jordan, obviously, Modular Head Shop is rebuilding the engine. We have a little bit of damage, but the heads are pretty easy to fix. I think we need, at the very least, another piston or a whole other set of pistons. I think we can reuse the rods. The crank is good. The block needs a little bit of repair. The heads need some repair, but that stuff is all not that crazy. Comp has some really long delays, you know, with everything going on. So hopefully it's going to be months, but hopefully we'll see those cams start to turn around. We're doing a custom set of turbo cams from Jordan, obviously, and that's really going to be our biggest delay, is the cams. Now, twin turbo kit, obviously we got our Motec ECU. One of the biggest reasons why I'm going turbo is the blower setup was f***ing amazing. I mean, we'll just toss in some of the best clips of the racing on the street. Awesome. However, I've been a little spoiled by these turbo cars lately, and they are badass. And with the way that I want to roll race this car, primarily on the streets of Mexico, rolling anti-lag, boost by gear, better traction control management, you know, you just have a really good boost control. Well, we had boost control over the Whipple with the throttle body. That's really all we have. We have throttle body and timing. Now with the turbo setup, we can control the throttle body, the timing, and the boost. Really, all three independent variables, we can control them really well. So there have been some thoughts of doing a undermount kit on this car, and then I think it might be a little bit too much and try to reinvent the wheel. So I am thinking about doing the top mount turbos. One right here will relocate the fuse box, one over there. The idea with this whole thing is keeping this thing as much of a street car as possible. We are definitely keeping the AC. Now the power steering, obviously that's really easy. It's electric power steering. The turbo setup is gonna come together. It's gonna be awesome. It's just gonna take a little bit. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, I want to see this car running again, and I want to see it running again too. And you know, but in the meantime, we can kind of have some fun with some other things. That's why we got Turdzilla. You know, there's a bug on the camera. Fucking love bug. So we got Turdzilla, we got the Fox body, we got the OG car, we got the Terminator Cobra. I got a really, really cool, unique, pretty much, I think we're the only third person out there to do this boost setup on that car. And really the first on a Gen 1 Coyote. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to spoil it, but
I don't know if you want to say this, but you could always tell them that, you know, even though this car is going turbo, you still got to have a PD car.
Yeah, we're still gonna have a blower car, so the Cobra's getting a really unique PD blower setup, and I really like the kind of thought process behind it. I think you guys will like it too. I don't want to spoil that yet. OG car is just about done. We are hopefully driving it for the first time today, and yeah, so there's a lot of cool things going on. Be patient with this thing. I want to be out ripping it. I mean, there is a lot of money wrapped up into this car. I mean, it's fully built front to rear. The transmission is good. You know, we got a Motec. This thing is badass. It's the baddest car I've ever built. Yeah, we had a failure. I still haven't really figured out exactly what the issue is. There's a working theory that possibly the intercooler bolts loosened up, causing the intercooler to dip like this. And on that that pole, essentially, maybe the hot air slipped into just that back cylinder and caused basically meltdown. Just the working theory at the moment, because the damage there doesn't seem like a projectile damage from the bolt backing out, even though that damage was there. All in all, rebuild the engine. We're gonna get a mock-up engine dropped in here. Cams, big delays, but all in all, I think we'll pull it together. If you guys want to support Modular Head Shop, Jordan does awesome work. Heads, just blast them out every day. We're lucky enough that he is building our engine, because he doesn't take on a ton of engines because they take so much time. So huge shout out to Jordan. If you want to support him, his info will be down in the description. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have a mock-up motor dropped in here pretty soon. The trans is good to go. We're keeping it TR6060. Probably gonna keep the stock drive shaft in it because it's been all reliable at 1350 wheel and 1100 torque. Air to water, I'm super excited about this. I don't even think I talked about it, but I actually had Mike at Shelby Mike Racing. He set this up for a CTSV throttle body. Because we're Motec, it's really easy to swap in a throttle body. So what's going to be the easiest throttle body to run without any issues? And a lot of people run a CTSV throttle body. So pretty cheap. I picked up a throttle body for 100 and something bucks. Got a little pigtail connector. We'll wire that into the Motec and we'll be good to go. So I think that was pretty funny that we're gonna end up using a GM, you know, thing on it. But yeah,
people thought we were gonna Ella swap it, so I mean,
yeah. Put some comments down below on some color schemes, because my friend Richard at Sharky Powder Coating, he's up in Rhode Island actually. He is going to be doing something cool. We've been tossing around some ideas on what color to do on the valve covers. Timing cover will probably just do wrinkle black or something, but valve covers, the upper and lower, you know, we want to do something cool when this thing's all together. You know, we'll have the two turbos sitting right there. We're of course doing the T51 compressor mod. I drove Don's car, the 2020 GT500 twin turbo car. The screaming turbos, sounds insane, so we're definitely doing that on this. And driving that car has confirmed everything about the twin turbo on this. It confirms that that is exactly what I want to do on this car. So put your questions down below in the description. Know that this car's here. We're just waiting for stuff. If you want to support the channel, MustangLifestyle.net. We got shirts and key tags and stickers and all that stuff. But we're gonna go get this car cleaned up, and because she's dirty from the track, and yeah, let's get her cleaned up and we'll get her tucked back inside. And I think we have another video coming on one mod we're gonna do to it, even though, you know, she's not doing a whole lot. We'll do that other mod in another video. But yeah, let's go clean it. Now that the car is clean, let's go take it for a ride. Just kidding. Anyways, stay tuned. More on this car as it comes in and we have more info. But hit the like button, subscribe down below. We also have the black GT500 build coming soon. I got pretty much all the parts. So we'll see you guys in the next one.